The desire for a more positive experience is in itself a negative experience. The acceptance of one's negative experiences is in itself a positive experience. This is a total mindfuck. What's up, Internet? My name is TridentLion, and welcome to this book animation summary. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, a counterintuitive approach to living a good life, by Mark Manson. Does anyone out there get annoyed of all the positive self-help advice that's out there? If you do, that's not a bad thing, because it's actually fixating on what you lack. When someone is truly happy, they don't feel the need to have to stand in front of a mirror reciting over and over positive affirmation. This book can help you clarify what you choose to find important and what you choose to give a fuck about. The problem: giving too many fucks in this life is super bad for your mental health. The key to a good life is not giving a fuck about more, it's giving a fuck about less, and giving a fuck only about what is true, immediate, and important for you. Avoid what's called the feedback loop from hell. This is where your brain tricks itself into a negative emotional loop. So for example, if you feel angry about something, now you feel angry about feeling angry. Or maybe your flavor of suffering is anxiety. You feel anxious about something, and then you become anxious about feeling anxious. We feel bad about feeling bad, but by not giving a fuck, you short circuit this feedback loop from hell, and you can cut out that negative emotional loop from your day. The author brings up the philosopher Alan Watts in his book, and when he did, I was super excited, being a fan of Alan Watts myself. And he describes what's called the backwards law. It's through our suffering and fears and anxieties is what allows us to build courage and perseverance. The avoidance of struggle is a struggle. The denial of failure is a failure. Now, hiding what you are shameful of is in itself a form of shame. By trying to avoid pain in your life is to give way too many fucks to pain itself. Recognize that you and everybody around you will be dead soon. So with the limited amount of time that you do have with this life, you also have a limited amount of fucks to give. So what is this book about anyways? This book is designed to help clarify what you choose to find important in your life, what you choose to give a fuck about. A lot of the time, we don't realize how often we're giving a fuck about something that doesn't matter. Here are 3 subtleties to the subtle art of not giving a fuck. The first, not giving a fuck does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. The second subtlety, to not give a fuck about adversity. You must first give a fuck about something more important than the adversity. And the third subtlety, whether you realize it or not, you are always choosing what to give a fuck about. True happiness occurs only when you find the problems you enjoy having and enjoy solving. Problems are an inevitable constant in life. So rather than try to avoid them, run away from them, or pretend like you don't have problems, whatever goal or dream you're after, you can't just own your dream. You need to own the problems and the struggle that come along with achieving your dream. If your mind is only fixated on the reward that you get, you will fail. You have to embrace the adversity that you will go through to achieve the dream or goal that you're after. Being constantly positive is a problem. Face the reality that sometimes life sucks. Constant belligerent positivity is not a solution to life's problems, but it's actually an avoidance to a lot of negative emotions and problems in life. If you think you have problems and others don't, that's a lie. You are kidding yourself beyond belief. Everybody has problems. Do not kid yourself by either denying the existence of problems or by adapting a victim mentality. Both of those things can be very damaging to your life and your mind. Far too often, the question is asked, what do we want out of life? A more empowering and more realistic question that you should ask yourself is, what pain do you want in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? Happiness requires struggle. Success requires struggle. If you have a goal to slide down a mountain and have fun all along the way, you have to be able to embrace the struggle of climbing that mountain. And this mountain could be interpreted to whatever you're going through in your life. Whatever reward you're after in life, be after the struggle first that gets you to the reward. Realize that you're not special. Don't feel entitled. The problem with entitlement is that it makes people feel like they need to feel good about themselves all the time. They end up spending so much more time thinking about themselves when the reality is, most people don't give a fuck. Pain is not always a bad thing. Pain makes you stronger. Just like as if you burn your finger on a stove, you know not to touch it. Going through emotional and psychological pain can teach you how to avoid and not make the same mistakes in life over and over again. If you have a desire to change how you see your problems, you have to change what you value and how you measure failure and success. Empowering yourself to give a fuck about less, it gives you the freedom to give a fuck about what's more important. Realize that you always have a choice. You are always choosing something. We are responsible for our experiences. If you have a desire to become more powerful in this world, to have a greater impact, avoid what Uncle Ben says in Spider-Man and do the opposite.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, that's great, Uncle Ben. But how about this? With great responsibility comes great power. Think about that. By you becoming fully responsible for your life and all of your choices and actions, then the power will follow. Make it a point to establish your core good values. What do you give a fuck about? What is important to you? Write it down if you can't remember it always, and refer back to it as needed. When we learn something new, we don't go from being wrong to right. Rather, we go from being wrong to being slightly less wrong. Think of this one Michael Jordan quote. I'm always wrong about everything. Over and over again, I am always wrong. And that is why my life improves. Certainty is the enemy of growth. Nothing is for certain until it has already happened. Instead of striving for certainty, strive to be in a constant search of doubt. Doubt about your own beliefs, doubt about your own feelings. By being wrong, this opens you up to the possibility of change. Question yourself, what if I'm wrong? Failure is not a step backwards, but instead, failure is the way forward. It's like the yin and the yang. You can't have success without failure. So whatever it is in life that you want to achieve, don't give a fuck about failing at it. Don't give a fuck what other people think either. Go after it. In the book, Mark talks about something called the do something principle. It's kind of like a mantra. Don't just sit there, do something. The answer will always follow. Action isn't just the effect of motivation, but it's also the cause of it. If you're lacking motivation to make an important change in your life, do something about it. Something is better than nothing. Rejection is real. Rejection we don't like, but rejection is important. There is an importance to the word no. Because if you are not saying no, then you are giving yourself to anything that can come along. Where there is life, there is death. The denial and avoidance of the reality that you are going to die makes it too easy for you to embrace terrible values. Focus on what's important. The subtle art of not giving a fuck is not about not giving a fuck about nothing, but it's about establishing what is valuable in your life, what is important in your life, and giving a fuck about less, and choosing to give a fuck about what's immediate and important in your life. So now the question lies on you. What are you going to give a fuck about? Thank you so much for checking out this video on the subtle art of not giving a fuck. If you enjoyed the video, hop on over to my channel, TridentLion, and consider subscribing. The channel is geared to help individuals like yourself level up in life in a variety of different ways. If you don't give a fuck about leaving a like, then why would you give a fuck about not leaving a like? Make it a point to leave a like whether you give a fuck or not. And until the next video, remember to always be learning, always be creating, and always be inspired.